up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. There are so many things I want to do. Not enough time in the day. I'm in love with our little head wraps. Sorry I keep talking about these, but this is a game changer for me. Honestly, rerouting has never been one of my favorite things to do. And these totally get me around that. I just need the dolls to be bald. Say what now? Don't worry, Mini Toya is safe. But variant Mini Toya? Not so much. This is Barbie Fashionista number 123. It's the doll that I use for my mini. I have a couple of spares, but I didn't use this one because she has a little bubble on her nose. Do you see that? This is a tall Barbie. She looks like a fairly similar skin tone to the You Create Barbie Basics Kit 1. So let's quickly make a compatible head so we can take advantage of those head wraps and being able to easily swap the dolls. Her hair is in a ponytail because with these new head wraps, we can probably reuse it. Let's carefully cut the hair right at the scalp. Is this what today's video is supposed to be about? No. We're just taking a quick detour. And this should just take a few moments anyway. Here's the factory hair, and here's the head. Just gotta scrape out the plugs, then remove them. Let's see if one of our head wraps work. And I'm seeing now that Mini Toya got a big old head. Yeah, there's definitely a difference. But that just means I'll have to make a few just for her. So I think this is doable. Let's give her a little more blush. I'm just dry brushing on a little acrylic paint. Let's add a nose ring. I use a small straight pin and just trim it to make my nose ring. Then let's make a wrap. I'm using a very thin cotton material. And I got a lot of folds this time. Now let's add a few locks. Find some earrings. I picked up these at Five Below, but I think I'm gonna go with these from Claire's. I use a push pin to make a hole, then add the earrings. To make a new Mini Toya variant using a Barbie Fashionista, I can take a body from Kit 1 or Barbie Basics Model 1, remove the head, and add our Fashionista head. And yeah! No bobblehead. We're good to go. And now, whenever I want, I can just remove the head and place it on another body for when I want to switch it up. Okay, I'm loving the curvy Mini Toya. And now, since we can swap her head, I can wear all my Barbie fashion and the wigs, as long as we cover the holes in her head. So my original Mini Toya is safe. I mean, I thought about it, but in the end, I couldn't do it. We've been through a lot. But after all that, I'm kinda hungry. So let's make some doll food. Or rather, a few pots. Like Creuset, a popular cookware brand that was introduced to me on a Netflix show called With Love, Megan. Let's see if we can use a little poster board, paper, or cardstock to make one in miniature. This is a scrap of white poster board. Let's cut a 1-inch strip. Let's take a bottle cap, wrap the poster board around it. Might need to give the paper a little curl first. Then glue the paper or poster board going around to make a cylinder. I used a glue stick to hold the ends together. I cut another 1-inch strip, cut a thin strip off of one side. Let's glue the thin strip around the top, but I make small bends in it as I go around on opposite sides for handles. Take the rest of the paper and we're gonna just glue it underneath, going around. I tried to get them as close together as I could, and let's square those handles a little. Then let's glue it to another piece of poster board, trim off the excess. I like to leave a little tab to help me hold it. Take a scrap of paper. This is from a printable that's being tested. And I'm just gonna cut a small strip to glue inside to make a little bridge in the corners. I brush it with a little white school glue and add small pieces of tissue paper to try and fill in the gaps at the seams and on the handles. Allow it to dry and reapply as needed. While waiting for that to dry, let's work on the lid. I trace around the bottle cap and cut it out. Find other caps in different sizes, trace them and cut them out. I cut several circles in different sizes. I even cut one just to be an outline of a circle. Then stack and glue them together. I cut a small piece out of the outline before gluing it down, then added a few more layers. I cut a thin strip to make a circle that can fit inside of the original cap. Glue it underneath. In the center, make a drop of hot glue on a silicone surface. Once cooled, remove it. I put a drop of glue in the center, then place the other drop on top and pull it slightly to raise it. To make a knob, brush it with more glue and allow it to dry. While waiting, let's make focaccia. Please forgive me if I am not pronouncing that right, but it's another thing I saw on the show. Let's cut a circle of leftover poster board. I'm using a pencil to make a couple of dots. Then let's cover it with hot glue and allow it to cool. Repeat to add a few more layers and get some height. While it's cooling, I just keep moving it around so the glue doesn't spill over the edges. Before it's completely cooled, I take a dotting tool, place it in a little water, and make little indents in the glue. I had to work pretty fast with this. The edges started to cool the quickest. So I started there first and worked my way in. I thought the pencil dots were going to help me to know where to put my dots, but honestly, I can't even see them through the glue, so you can skip that step. I painted a pale yellow. I'm just using acrylic craft paint. This is my second coat of paint, and I'm just lightly tapping it to give it a little texture. While that's drying, let's go back to our little pot. It's dry, so let's paint it. I think I'm gonna paint mine red and orange. I start with a red base coat. I paint the top orange. Then let's blend the two colors to try to make it look ombre. Brush it with a little Mod Podge and allow it to dry. Let's go back to our bread. I have honey brown acrylic paint, and I just lightly dry brush it with the paint to make it kind of a golden brown color so it looks like it's been baked. All right, not too bad. I take green cardstock and cut it into thin strips. Lightly brush the top of the bread with a little Mod Podge, then add the cut pieces of paper to hopefully look like rosemary. Trim off the excess paper if you have it. Touch up the paint where needed. I painted the inside white. I was a little messy with my orange paint. And I paint the knob on the lid gold. However, I think in the inspo it was silver, but I'm taking some artistic liberties. In this picture, it's silver. On the blue ones, it looks gold. And on these, it's orange. So I don't feel bad. And now we have some enameled cast iron cookware that's made of paper. This one was inspired by their signature round Dutch oven. And I made a shorter one at a 1/2 inch so I can have a set. Then we can place the bread inside and place the lid on top to make it look like the dolls have been cooking. And now we have new cookware for the dollhouse. Thank you for joining us while we made a few inspired minis. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Fanbase, Instagram, and YouTube at My Froggy Stuff and Bella of My Froggy Stuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!